You know that moment when you've been sitting for a while, maybe reading, maybe watching TV, and then you stand up to walk to the kitchen and your legs just feel different? Not really painful, not injured, just stiff, a little slow, like they need a second to remember how to move smoothly again. I notice it most in the morning, those first few steps out of bed. My legs feel tight, maybe a bit uncoordinated, and I find myself thinking, when did walking start feeling like this? Most people don't talk about it, but almost everyone notices it eventually. If that sounds familiar, you're not alone, and you're not imagining it. After 60, a lot of us notice that our muscles don't quite respond the way they used to. They feel slower to wake up, slower to relax. Sometimes they hold on to tension in a way that makes movement feel less fluid. And it's not about being out of shape or doing something wrong. It's just part of how our bodies change as we age. Today, I want to talk about something that doesn't get mentioned much, but might help explain why this happens and what we can do about it in a really gentle, realistic way. It has to do with how our muscles tighten and release. And it turns out there's a quiet nutrient involved in that process that a lot of us don't get enough of as we get older. It's called magnesium. Now, before you think this is going to be one of those videos where I tell you to buy a supplement or follow some complicated routine, it's not. This is just about understanding what's happening inside your body and maybe making a few small adjustments that feel manageable. So let's start with what's actually going on. When we move, our muscles do two things. They contract, which means they tighten up to create movement, and then they release, which means they relax again so we can move smoothly into the next step or motion. When we're younger, that whole process happens pretty quickly. Contract, release, we don't even think about it. But after 60, that release part can slow down. Muscles might stay a little tighter for a little longer. And that's what creates that stiff, hesitant feeling when we stand up or start walking. There are a few reasons this happens. One is that our circulation changes. Blood flow to our muscles isn't quite as strong as it used to be, so they don't get flooded with oxygen and nutrients as quickly. That affects how fast they can relax after working. Another reason is hydration. A lot of us don't drink as much water as we used to, or our bodies don't hold on to it the same way, and muscles need fluid to move smoothly. When they're even a little dehydrated, they can feel tighter, and then there's something happening at the nerve level, the signals our brain sends to tell our muscles to relax. They still work, but they might be a bit slower or less sharp. So the whole process of tightening and releasing just takes a little more time. None of this is your fault. It's not something you did wrong. It's just how our systems shift as we age. But here's where magnesium comes in. Magnesium is a mineral that plays a really important role in helping muscles relax after they contract. It's one of those things your body quietly depends on until there's not quite enough of it. It works with calcium, which helps muscles tighten. So you need both, calcium to contract, magnesium to release. And for a lot of people over 60, magnesium levels start to drop. Sometimes it's because we're not eating as much of it. Sometimes it's because our bodies don't absorb it as well. And sometimes medications we take, things like diuretics or acid reducers, can affect how much magnesium we hold on to. When magnesium is low, muscles can have a harder time letting go. They might stay tense a little longer. They might feel tight even when you're not using them, and they can make movement feel less smooth, less coordinated. Now, I'm not saying magnesium is a magic fix. It's not going to reverse aging or make your legs feel like they did at 30. But for many people, getting more of it, especially from food, can make a noticeable difference in how muscles feel day to day. So let's talk about where you actually find magnesium. The gentlest way to get it is through the food you're already eating. And the good news is, it shows up in a lot of everyday things. Leafy greens are one of the best sources. Spinach, kale, even romaine lettuce. You don't need a huge salad every day. Just adding a handful of greens to a meal a few times a week can help. Bananas are another easy one. A lot of us already eat them. They're soft, easy to digest, and they have magnesium along with potassium, which also supports muscle function. Nuts and seeds are great too. Almonds, cashews, pumpkin seeds. Even a small handful as a snack gives you a boost. If chewing is hard, nut butters work just as well. Whole grains like oats, brown rice, whole wheat bread, those have magnesium too. And beans, black beans, kidney beans, chickpeas, they're filling, they're affordable, and they're gentle on the stomach for most people. You'll notice I'm not talking about supplements, and that's on purpose. For a lot of older adults, food-based magnesium just feels easier. It's absorbed more slowly, which means it's gentler on digestion. It doesn't cause the cramping or loose stools that high-dose pills sometimes do. And it comes with other nutrients, fiber, vitamins, healthy fats that support your body in other ways too. If you do take a magnesium supplement, that's fine, but it's worth talking to your doctor first, especially if you're on medications for your heart, kidneys, or blood pressure. Magnesium may interact with some of those. What I'm suggesting here is just adding a little more through food. It's low risk, and it fits into what you're probably already doing. Nothing special, just the kinds of foods many of us already enjoy. Now let's connect this back to movement. When your muscles can release more smoothly, everyday tasks start to feel a little easier. You stand up from a chair and your legs respond a bit quicker. You walk across the room and it feels more fluid. You bend down to pick something up and your back doesn't hold on to the tension afterward. It's not dramatic. It's not like flipping a switch. But over time, a lot of people notice they feel steadier, more coordinated, less like they're fighting their own body just to move. And that sense of steadiness matters. It affects how confident you feel going upstairs, walking on uneven ground, reaching for something on a high shelf. And that quiet confidence is what helps many people move through the day with fewer close calls. It's not about preventing falls or avoiding injury. It's just about feeling more comfortable in your own skin. There are also a few very small habits you can add to your day that might help muscles feel less tight, especially in the morning or after sitting. One is just pausing before you stand. When you've been sitting for a while, give yourself a moment. Wiggle your toes, shift your weight a little, let your muscles wake up before you ask them to carry you. Another is gentle movement. First thing in the morning, you don't need to do a workout. Just while you're still in bed or sitting on the edge of it, move your legs a little. Bend your knees, point and flex your feet, circle your ankles. It gets blood flowing and reminds your muscles how to move. And throughout the day, if you're sitting a lot, try small movements. Lift your heels, roll your shoulders back, stretch your arms overhead. Nothing strenuous, just little reminders to your body that it's okay to stay loose. These aren't exercises, they're just moments of awareness, and they don't take extra time or energy. You can do them while you're watching the news or waiting for your coffee to brew. Here's what I want you to take away from this. Your body isn't broken, it's adjusting. And the sum of the changes you're feeling, the stiffness, the slower response time, the tightness, they're not permanent or unfixable. They're just signs that your muscles need a little more support than they used to. Magnesium might be part of that support, not as a cure, not as a guarantee, but as something that helps a lot of people feel more comfortable in their movement. And whether you get it from a handful of almonds, a banana with breakfast, or a serving of beans at dinner, it's something you can start doing today without changing your whole routine. The goal isn't perfection. It's not about doing everything right or following a strict plan. It's just about being a little more aware of what your body needs and giving it what you can in ways that feel doable. So maybe this week, you add one magnesium-rich food to your meals. Maybe you pause for a few seconds before standing up. Maybe you move your ankles while you're sitting and reading. Small things, quiet things. But over time, they add up. And if nothing else, I hope this helps you understand that what you're feeling is normal. It's shared by a lot of us, and it's okay to look for gentle ways to make it a little easier. Take care of yourself, and I'll see you in the next video. We're all learning how to move a little more gently with time